It's time for Friday Night Flights, sponsored by Casey Auto Group, Hercules Fence, Chowan University, and Bayport Credit Union.
High above Suffolk tonight, Chopper 10 offering you a viewpoint you will only get on Friday Night Flights. Big rivalry game between Nansemond River and Kings Fork. Kings Fork running back Javon Ford from a yard out early on punches it in. It's 6-0 at the end of the first quarter. Bulldogs on offense again. Colletry Boyd, he's a playmaker. Handed off to him. It was 14-0 at halftime, but listen to this. Despite being outgained 387 to 178 for the game and running 20 fewer plays, the Nansemond River team, they fought back, forced overtime in the game, and after Kings Fork actually scored first, Nansemond River scored first, they actually stopped the Bulldogs on what would have been a game-winning two-point attempt. Alkindrick Overton, Jaden Bradley, Coach Alonzo Ricks, shout out to those guys in a huge upset win tonight, and they are Suffolk City champs. 21-20 was the final in this one. All right, welcome in. I am Craig Loper. He is Nathan Epstein. Welcome to Friday Night Flights, the final week of the regular season. Some district titles up for grabs, including in the Bay Rivers District.
And boy, does time fly, by the way. Let's start off with Lafayette and War Hill, two red-hot teams. Lafayette, 8 wins in a row, 7-0 in the Bay Rivers District. War Hill, 7 wins in a row after an 0-2 start.
Yeah.
They were also unbeaten in the district. To the winner of this one goes the Bay Rivers District title. Let's go to Wanners Stadium. There's the War Hill student section. Craig absolutely juiced for this one.
Love it.
I think we even had Batgirl in there somewhere.
I saw that.
They were loud. Lafayette in the white jerseys managed to silence that War Hill side pretty quick. Visiting Rams up 7-0. Jalen Pretlow, the senior, slashes through a pair of defenders on for the touchdown. It's 14-0. Rams led it. Yeah, spike the flag. And it's 21-0 in the second quarter, but check out this play from War Hill quarterback Chase O'Neal. Rams were chasing. O'Neal avoids the rush. Check out that catch. Jaden McAdoo,
nice.
How do you do? 45-yard touchdown. Might see that play on the top 10 this week. Lions back in it, still down 21-7. Lafayette is such a well-oiled machine. Next Rams drive. The give, Pretlow, some room. There he goes again. Yeah, he doesn't need a whole lot of room. House call, 52 yards. That made it 28-7 Lafayette, and things got worse for War Hill. Punting close to halftime. O'Neal back. Rams come after it. They get the block. Nazir Walmart takes it in for the special teams touchdown. The route was on. Rams led 42-7 at halftime. They go on to win this one 49-7. The Bay Rivers title goes to Lafayette for the 10th time in the last 11 seasons, and the 8th time, Craig, they've won it outright in that stretch. Just dominant.
Incredibly impressive.
And now let's check out what's going on at the Beach District, and we start with the contender for the Class 5 state championship.
Yeah, Green Run lost to Maury in the state semifinals last season, and this year the Stallions back for more with one of the top quarterbacks in the region. Green Run trying to cap off an undefeated regular season. I was at this one. Stallions at home against Lansdowne. Closest anyone has come to Green Run was Kempsville. That was a 13-point win by Green Run. Every other win, at least 4 touchdowns. Lansdowne fumbled on its first offensive play. Green Run recovered. Stallions' first offensive play. Kevin White Jr. to Jaden Anderson, number 7 for 6, 7-0, just like that. Eagles trying to get something back. Back to pass, stuffed out by Sincere Wright, who comes up with the sack. Stallions facing now a 3rd and long, and look at White Jr. back to pass. Can't find anyone open, so he'll do it himself. He listened to that new Drake and 21 Savage album before the game, feeling angry. I mean, they dissed everyone, Nathan. It was a big thing in hip-hop yesterday. 14-0 into the end zone. More defense for Green Run. Anthony Rios, like a man possessed, off the edge for the sack. This was the big play of the first quarter, the draw play to the speedy Damari Palmer. Palmer, 60 yards, house call, and they're all worth 6, but some are just prettier than others.
Running hard
from him. Yeah, Stallions with the unbeaten regular season, 42-14 tonight over Lansdowne.
All right, Salem has secured a spot in the Class 5 playoff. Sun Devils on the road against Princess Anne. First quarter, Adam Martin, deep ball, Jarrell Walton on the money. Big game for Salem. That led to a short touchdown run. Tough short run by Zachary Rogers. Salem up 14-0.
Real tough run.
There you go. Now to the second quarter. And Adam Martin unleashes another deep one. This one also money.
Oh,
that's a dime. There you go.
Call. Yep.
Evan Miller hauls it in. That big chunk play helps set up the sophomore. We're talking Rayvon Moore. He's in for the score. Salem ends the regular season 7-3 after tonight's win over PA. Next up for the Sun Devils, the region playoffs. We are right there.
Let's talk about it. There aren't many teams hotter than Kempsville. Chiefs have won 8 in a row, including last week's thriller over Cox. Chiefs, of course, clinched the playoff spot for the postseason, taking on First Colonial tonight. Nathan, second quarter, watch this. This is called the goal line package. Sean Sanders, number 55. He's eligible. Hand him the ball, let him plow his way to the end zone, hit the crane celebration afterwards.
Big man touchdown.
43-3 at halftime. Third quarter, Patriots, Rhett McNamara lobs it up to Joel Daggle. And Joel, check him out. What a grab there off the tip. He scores. The sideline was hyped about it. The student section, you know what they do. You know this one side.
There you go.
That's it. Yeah, got him, coach. But in the end, Chiefs just too much to handle. McNamara back to pass. Picked off by Omarion Ward, and he sees green grass. Pick six by number 36. Chiefs roll tonight 57-10. They're going to be dangerous in the playoffs.
Yeah, especially after their win over Cox last week. Speaking of which, Cox spot in the Class 5 playoffs. Falcons end the regular season at Kellam. Falcons led 17-0 at the half. Third quarter, all defense. Knights freshman Landon Burgess. Check out that tackle by the youngster. Cox has 7 wins for several reasons. One of them, that defense.
Yeah.
Aiden Manning and Gerard Johnson both in on the stop. It was a scoreless third, and then in the fourth, more of that Falcons ferocious defense. Pass picked off. Isaac Mahilip. And watch the junior do the rest.
There he goes.
Cuts it towards the sideline, turns on the Jets, beats some tackles, and he's taking it to the house.
He's exhausted after the
That's
run.
a pick six. Yeah, he looks a little exhausted. Cox wins it. Their 8th win of the year. Falcons over Kellam 31-6. All right, things a little bit quiet on the Peninsula District tonight. In fact, there was only one game on the schedule, and for that, we go to Darling Stadium.
All right, yeah, a matchup between a couple of teams that will play in the Class 5 Region B playoffs. We're talking 7-2 Woodside against 6-3 Kickotan. The Wolverines and Warriors contending for the 2 seed in that bracket. Kickotan cheerleaders cheering on their team. Let's pick it up third quarter. Kickotan and Green, they're up 21-9 over Woodside. Warriors quarterback Noel Smith hits Kyrie Corbett, and Mr. Corbett downfield cruises into the end zone. An extra point puts Kickotan up 28-9. Woodside try to answer back. Rejon Hammond getting physical on the run up the sideline. How about 50 yards, but he's brought down just short on the 1-yard line. They score on the next play to make it 28-16. Still third quarter. Cameron Jackson fills in at quarterback, calls his own number up the middle.
Arms.
Yeah, breaking several tackles. That's a 50-yard run right there, and the touchdown made it 35-16. Kickotan all over the Wolverines. As you see the final, we didn't get a final in that one. That's all right, but that was a good quality game right there.
Yeah, and we're just getting warmed up. When we come back, more action, including from a rivalry in Chesapeake.
And Chopper 10 heads to Norfolk, where a couple of playoff teams clash. Highlights between Maury and Norview, and much more as Friday Night Flights continues. Don't go away. Welcome back to Friday Night Flights. Kickotan won that last game over Woodside 49-35. Chopper 10 covering action between Maury and Norview. The Commodores locked in as a top seed in Class 5 Region B. Pilots also playoff bound as well. Pick up the action. Second half, Norview on their own 30. How about Jaden Williams? Give it to him because he does things like this. Down the sidelines he goes, Nathan.
Cut inside. Look at that.
Cutting back right there. How about a 70-yard touchdown to the house for him? Beautiful play. Mario Miller for Maury, the quarterback, on the short keeper right there in the red zone, and he wasn't done here. Back to pass. He's going to hit J.R. Johnson for the score. Mr. Johnson on the crossing route right there, too. Miller now back again, sees something he likes, and Devontae Floyd now corner of the end zone on the sliding grab right there. Maury wins this one tonight, 46-14. All right, Indian River has qualified for a spot in the Class 5 playoffs. The Braves fresh off that last-second win over Deep Creek.
And they're also trying to end the regular season on a 4-game win streak. No better way to go into the playoffs than hot. Indian River in the white jerseys made the crosstown trip to Grassfield. Now, these are crosstown rivals.
Indeed.
This is how Grizzlies roll out the welcome mat.
Wow.
Opening kickoff. Mathis Kaiser, get out of here. Only the kicker to beat. He's gone. There was your opening touchdown. Grassfield up 7-0. Now it's Indian River's turn. Going forward on 4th and 5. Tyler Allison finds Amir Talley.
Woo!
Has the first down and a whole lot more.
Yeah.
This guy's been a playmaker for the Braves all year. Almost busted. Brought it deep down inside Grizzly territory. Same drive. Come on. Who else you going to give it to?
Talley.
Talley. Direct snap out of the shotgun formation. Walked it in for the Indian River touchdown. Grassfield trying to respond, going for the big play, but Indian River defense is right there. Picked off Deontay Shedrick, and Indian River goes on to win this one 23-16.
Shedrick's a ball hawk. Despite a 4-game losing streak, Deep Creek has done enough to earn a spot in the playoffs. Hornets taking on Great Bridge. Brandon Nesbitt gives Deep Creek a 21-6 lead. And then Deep Creek special teams coming up with the play. Punt block team right here. That's Sam Diggs. Doesn't want to get the punt off, and somehow they got blocked and then popped out of there somewhere. The Hornets defense playing a tough game tonight, creating some turnovers. Mark Watkins.
Oh, what a pick.
Yeah, big-time pick there to stop the Great Bridge drive. And now to the air they go. Brehan Cuffey. Yeah, he can run it and he can throw it. Long ball to Alfred Gill in the end zone. And Gill, he's got that one secured. Woo. Deep Creek goes on to win 42-6. They snap that 4-game skid.
Those Deep Creek jerseys, though, look pretty sharp,
Love
too.
them.
Let's go to Powhatan Field and ODU in Norfolk. Churchland Truckers trying to tune things up before the Class 4 playoffs, taking on Granby. First quarter, Truckers in white. Quarterback Brandon Hillman swings it out. Terrence Lamb. Lamb with a lot of room to rumble. Almost breaks it for a touchdown. Brought down deep in Granby territory. Same drive. The give. Leon Clark. We talk about tough running across the goal line for the Churchland touchdown. It's 7-0 Churchland. Craig, check out this next play from Churchland.
Right.
And for anyone who's held a camera on the sideline, we've all been there. But Hillman fakes out everyone, including our photog, Rob Rizzo. Rob, we still love you. Granby thought they had the running back for a loss, but Hillman fakes it and breaks it for the touchdown. They'd add the extra point to make it 14-0. Truckers all over Granby. 37-0. How about that fake?
That rushing attack for them is something else. Still to come, more scores and some private school action from tonight. Stay tuned. It's Friday Night Flights. Private school showdown, Norfolk Academy hosting Norfolk Christian Academy. Norfolk Christian Academy honoring the senior cheerleaders before the game. Norfolk Academy, the Blue Dogs in blue. Here's a top 10 play nominee, James Benedetto. How about that? Making some defenders miss, finally brought down by the Ambassadors defense. That run led to a touchdown. Next, Norfolk Academy possession. The ball goes to Andrew Grubb, and he's grubbing up lots of green in front of him. Brought down around the 6 right there. Bulldogs cap up the drive with a sweep to the opposite side to Grubb. He got you down there. You got to give it to him again, right? Norfolk Academy with the 36-point win tonight over Norfolk Christian. Let's talk some playoff scores. How about that? Tallwood wins tonight, or actually some regular season scores. We're going to get to the playoffs eventually. Tallwood wins over Ocean Lakes tonight, 42-27. Lake Taylor with the win over J.R. Tucker, 61-13.
Yeah, we're both excited. We can't wait for next week. All right, Booker T. Washington gets the win over Manor from Portsmouth, 38-7. Hickory, the Hawks get the win over Lakeland, 33-7.
All right, what else we got here? York over Bruton tonight, 48-19. And then Grafton and Poquoson. Would you look at that? Two rivals, 14-13, and they both end the regular season with the same record.
And finally, New Kent takes down Smithfield. Another close one. Touchdown game there, 42-35. The game of the week actually takes place tomorrow.
Yeah, it is a noon showdown at Darling Stadium in Hampton between two powerhouse schools. We're talking Phoebus and Oscar Smith.
And very interesting matchup. Both teams are undefeated, both coming off state titles. Phantoms won the Class 3 crown, while the Tigers took home the Class 6 championship.
Yeah,
man, oh man.
Kicks off at noon. We're going to have our photographer, Chris Omahan, up there, and we will have those highlights tomorrow night on the Sports Wrap at 6, and a lot of other highlights, too.
Oh, my God. Well, yeah, 6 o'clock is going to be packed tomorrow because obviously it's a big day of college football as well. When you talk about two big local matchups, William and Mary taking on Hampton, ODU and Marshall at home, big day of college football coming up.
Yeah, and then JMU and Louisville later at night. Obviously, a lot of JMU people around here. So that's been the regular season of Friday Night Flights, but we'll be back next week. Of course, we're talking playoffs. I'm Craig Loper. He's Nathan Epstein. Thanks for joining us. We'll see you next week.
See you in the postseason.